What I was saying, you need to pay attention on how your enemy is going to be moving, because if he's strafing, it's not a good idea to start spraying, because he's just gonna avoid your shots, go back and kill you. So you must be careful with that. And second thing, you need to think about the distance you're gonna shoot. Let's say this door to the second one, this double doors to the second one, would be short range. On short range, it's good to spray because you're gonna kill your enemy fast, and it's better. It's better use. Like if you keep trying to untap guys on close range, you're probably gonna miss some and gonna be dead. So you're not going to be really efficient when going to, in doing that. Okay. So that's why some people criticize screenplay style, or screen from Titan, because he used it to try to one tap guys even on short range. But he's really good at it. So I think on his case it's fine. But most people, if you try to tapping every time on short range, it's kind of inefficient. So I would not recommend. Let's say from this door to there would be middle range. You can still spray from there, but you can also tap. Depends on what you prefer. Another good tip about that is if you have any info on how damaged is your enemy. Manny Man, thank you for subscribing, man. Thank you. Como é que tá o Faceit aí? Você vai comer? Tá. So this would be middle range, right? And it's okay to spray on that range. It's still good. Um, One thing very important about spray is you shouldn't try to control your shots after the 7th shot. I'm gonna show you. So let me remove the infinite ammo. So check that. The 7 first shots kind of just went up, right? Just went up. So we don't have to do so much effort to control it. If you press your mouse, if you just move your mouse down, it should be easy. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7. Again. So see, if I just move my mouse down, it's gonna be fine. The first 7 shots, it's fine to control. Easy. And when I know what's good, 7 shots is enough to kill anyone. If you give 7 shots on any person, you're gonna kill it easy. Okay? Just to make sure that let me tell the guys that doesn't understand English that they can watch the same video on YouTube, ok? Give me a second. Galera, se vocês não sabem falar inglês e estão a fim de entender o que eu tô falando, tem um vídeo no YouTube chama Controle de Recoil FalleN. Eu falo a mesma coisa, beleza? Vou dar um toque pra vocês. So, don't try to control your spray after the 7 shots. Of course, if you are in a situation where you have to kill more than one enemy, sometimes it's good, but 90% of the times it's better to just stop, move, stop again, and shoot. So first rule would be it. If you are spraying, you just stop and you try spraying again. You don't need to change your weapon or something. You just need to walk, stop, and shoot again. So this walking, stopping and shoot is a very important thing in Counter-Strike. It's one of the most important things. Jaguar, valeu, meu querido. Obrigado, cara. Obrigado pelo donation, velho. Acho que o Jaguar mandou o link pra galera aí, ó. Pra quem quiser saber. Deixa eu pegar o link. Valeu, Jaguar. 1 second, guys. Let me send the link to the guys that doesn't understand English and would like to know what I'm talking about. Give me a second. Give me a second. Give me a second. Eu acho que é esse vídeo aqui que o Jaguar mandou. Vamos ver. Ah, não. Esse que o Jaguar mandou foi o do Torin. Já vou comentar sobre isso aí, Jaguar. Valeu, cara. Deixa eu pegar aqui no YouTube. FalleN controle de recoil. Aqui, ó. Vou mandar pra vocês, galera. This is the video in Portuguese, if anyone wants to see. This is the video in Portuguese. I'm talking about the same things. Eu vou mandar no chat, galera. Mandei aí pra galera. So let's get back. So first thing, learn how to stop your skin, right? So you're gonna learn this first. You walk, you stop, and you shoot. If you're gonna go to the left, you press right. So if you, let me show your keyboard. Put some lights here. Slashing Tacos, just subscribe. Thank you, my friend. So let's say we're going to the right, okay? There is A. I'm going to the right. So I press D and shoot. Every time you want to shoot, you must press the pause button first. If you don't do that, you're probably gonna miss your shot. I can show you. Check. I'm not stopping now. I'm gonna cross here. See where it goes? Again. This one was right. This one was wrong. So see, most times just doesn't go correctly, man. So you must learn to do this. Every time you want to shoot, you must stop your body. Okay? If anyone doesn't know that for now, you guys are probably silvers or gold novas, I guess. This is really important, guys. If you don't learn this, you're gonna be playing so wrong. Okay? So that's the first thing you need to know. Second thing you learn to know is about the spray. Don't try to control spray too much. 7 bullets is more than enough. If you don't kill the guy with 7 bullets, you just stop, move, and shoot again. Alright? The burn! No, I'm not making jokes with the silvers, but that's true, man. If you're new to the game, you probably doesn't know that. That's really important. That's what I'm trying to say. Come on, guys. I'm not wrecking silvers. I don't like wrecking silvers. It's normal. We have all been like this in the beginning. How fierce triggered? No. Okay, so his main question was, how can I shoot in the head even if the player is really very far away from me? So putting your crosshair in his head is the same. Doesn't depends on the distance, I guess. Let me add some stuff here. So let's put one here and other one here.
Do you use only one opposite button or tap both? Like move right with D then press A and D again.
Well, Alpha is asking me if I keep pressing AD to shoot. You can do that, but I don't think it's worth it. Some people does that. I think Code Zero sometimes does that when he's spraying. He likes to be like this. It works. I have another tip that I think it's a little better. Just gonna tell you soon. Storm21 just subscribed. Thank you, my friend. Thanks for helping. So here's the thing. When you think about shooting someone in the head, it's the same thing for everyone. You shouldn't be too scared about where you're gonna place your head. I mean, it's very hard to put your head or your crosshair exactly in the head if the enemy is really far away, but you should be fine. There's not too much you can do about that. But what you can do about that is use the correct way of shooting. You shouldn't try to spray this guy. It's too far away. You should try to tap 2 or 3 shots, stop again, walk, stop, and shoot again. That's how you're gonna kill this guy. If you can't hit a red shot the first tap, then just do the tap again. It's better than trying to spray. So this is what you should be focused on. This guy, you should try to spray down. This guy, you should try both. You could even spray or you should tap. Alright, so let's say this first guy. Let's suppose I'm going and then, see, it's 8 shots. Easy, he's dead. So 7 to 8 shots is just a question of shooting and putting your mice down. If you try to control more than 7 bullets, then you're gonna be bad. And it's difficult, see? It starts going to the left, starts going to the right. It's really difficult. So let's see what happens if you shoot every single shot. So it seems like it goes up, then it goes to the right, and then it falls back to the left.
I meant you stop faster if you press the opposite button then start holding the other one. 2, or if you go D then press A plus S and its fastest stop test when crosshair style 3.
Let me read again. I meant you stop faster if you press the pause button then start holding the other one too. Or if you go D and then press AS is fastest. Test with crosshair style 3. Well, I see. It might be true, offense, but I don't think this is really necessary, and might be a little more difficult to execute. But it could be true, man. It could be true. So another good tip I have for the guys who are on the beginning, and this is something that Boats from Games Academy taught me. We call it, I don't know how to say in English. It looks like a crab. If you see the enemy doing that, it looks like a crab. If you want to spray down and keep moving, sometimes you have to do that. Let's suppose your guy is running and you have to follow him. So sometimes it's good to use this tool. You're gonna start shooting and you're gonna start crouched and walking like this. This is something that is good, doesn't make you miss your shots, and I think it's a good thing to do because sometimes it's really useful because you need to keep moving and because you can just start spraying down and fall back. Some players use that stuff, so if you wanna try, it's all about spraying and keep moving. So about this guy here, let's try to spray him down. You can even spray him with 7 bullets, you see. Of course, he doesn't have clever, so it's easier, but anyway. So one first thing, learn how to stop your body before shooting every time. Alright? Every single time. If you want to shoot, you stop your body. This works for most weapons. Maybe you don't need this to P90 or MP7, this kind of weapons, because it doesn't suffer too much from movement. But M4, FAMAS, Galil, all of them require you to do that. And second thing, learn how to choose the way you're gonna shoot.
Big fan of LG. Congratulations on your
Thanks!
recent
That's a huge amount, my
successes and
friend.
have a great 2016 smiley face.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. That's a really huge amount. Thank you, sir. Slashing Tacos. Big fan of LG. Congratulations on your recent success and have a great 2016. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. So, third thing I think is important. The third thing I think is important is how to control the timing between your clicks. I'll talk about that now. This is really important, and this is something that most players doesn't understand. And sometimes even the pros make mistakes about that. I make mistakes about that, and that sometimes costs me some kills. And you guys probably saw someone doing that mistake already. So let's talk about the time between the shoots, okay? So let's say you want to reach this barrel, okay? You want to be tapping a lot, right? You need to understand that you have to control the timing between the first shot and the second shot. Let's say I want to give 3 shots here, really fast. See, this third shot didn't went pretty well because I didn't respect too much the timing between the shots. So you must pay attention to that in order to make your shots succeed. If you just keep it shooting without thinking about that, see, you are not respecting the gun. You're not respecting how it works, and you just move up. So you have to pay attention and care about the timing between the shots. That's why you see pros tapping and moving and tapping again, because they know that they must respect the gun, and they know that while they're respecting it, they can move to make it harder to your enemy to kill you. So that's why you see pros shooting and walking and shooting and walking, because they're using the movement skill in order to make it harder to be killed, and then also waiting to shoot again. So if you maximize this, you're probably gonna be a good player and a good shooter. So these 2 things are really important in order to succeed in shooting on CS. It has always been like this since Counter-Strike 1.6, every single game.